Subic Bay, once a quiet Philippine port, is now back in the global spotlight. As tensions rise in the South China Sea, Subic's strategic value grows. International powers see Subic as vital for regional stability. The Philippines is reviving Subic's military role, reclaiming its strength for new challenges. Subic Bay's military legacy began with the Spanish Empire, who built a naval base there in 1885. They recognized its deep, protected waters as a strategic asset. When the United States took over after 1898, they expanded Subic into their main Western Pacific naval base. Massive shipyards, airfields, and support facilities turned Subic into a bustling American military city. During the Cold War and Vietnam War, Subic was the largest overseas U.S. naval base, a vital logistics and repair hub. It was the backbone of American power projection in Asia. But in 1991, the Philippine Senate ended the U.S. base agreement, marking a surge of nationalism. The last American sailors left in 1992, and Subic was handed over to the Philippines. The transition was historic. The mighty fortress was now Filipino. The challenge: what to do with this vast facility? Subic's military legacy was deeply ingrained, but its future was uncertain. The bay's strategic value, however, never faded. Its transformation from Spanish outpost to American fortress set the stage for its next chapter. Subic's history is a reminder. Whoever controls the bay holds a powerful advantage in the region. The echoes of its military past still shape its destiny today. Subic Bay's story is one of adaptation, resilience, and enduring strategic importance. After the U.S. departure in 1992, many feared Subic would become a ghost town. Instead, Filipinos transformed it into the Subic Bay Freeport Zone, a symbol of resilience and ingenuity. Barracks became offices, hangars turned into factories, and the port welcomed global commerce. Subic thrived as a commercial hub, attracting companies like FedEx and major shipbuilders. Its military past faded as tourism and business flourished. But rising tensions in the South China Sea changed everything. The Philippines needed to strengthen its navy and look to Subic's deep harbor and infrastructure. The bay's military relevance returned, blending commerce with defense. Subic's new reality is a hybrid, a vibrant commercial port and a growing military outpost. The government balances economic growth with national security. Subic is now a strategic free port zone, serving both trade and defense. The phoenix of Subic is rising again, this time with wings of commerce and security. Its transformation is a model for adapting to changing times. Subic's rebirth is not just about survival, it's about seizing new opportunities. The bay stands ready for the challenges of the 21st century. Its dual role is now central to the nation's future. Subic Bay is once again a key player on the regional stage. Subic Bay is now the heart of the Philippine Navy. The Heraclio Alano Naval Base houses the country's most advanced warships, including the BRP Jose Rizal and BRP Antonio Luna. Subic's deep harbor allows rapid deployment to the West Philippine Sea, key for national defense. The Navy's capital ships are safer and more effective here than at crowded, shallow Cavite. Subic's old American ship repair facilities have been modernized, making it a vital logistics and maintenance hub. Ships can be repaired and resupplied quickly, keeping the fleet operational. The bay supports sustained naval operations with fuel, ammunition, and spare parts on hand. Subic is also a center for joint operations, hosting the Navy, Air Force, and Army for maritime security missions. Its airfield and port enable rapid deployment of Marines and patrol aircraft. Inter-service cooperation is now routine, strengthening the country's maritime defense. Subic is the platform for unified military action in the region. The bay's strategic location and facilities are a game changer for Philippine security. Subic's transformation is about readiness, deterrence, and national pride. It's where the nation's armed forces train and operate as one team. Subic Bay's importance is tied to the South China Sea, one of the world's busiest and most contested waterways. A third of global shipping passes through, making its stability vital for the global economy. The sea is rich in oil, gas, and fisheries, fueling competition among neighboring countries. China claims almost the entire area, overlapping with the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Beijing has built artificial islands with military facilities, challenging the sovereignty of its neighbors. Filipino fishermen and supply missions have faced harassment in these disputed waters. In 2016, an international tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines, but China rejected the decision. The West Philippine Sea is now a flashpoint for regional tensions. Subic Bay stands as the Philippines' frontline defense against these challenges. Its strategic location is crucial for monitoring and responding to incidents. The bay's resurgence is a direct response to growing threats in the South China Sea. Subic is where the Philippines asserts its rights and protects its future. Subic Bay is priceless real estate on the geopolitical chessboard. For the Philippines, it's a perfect watchtower over the West Philippine Sea, enabling rapid military response. Its proximity to hotspots like Scarborough Shoal gives the country a credible deterrent. For the U.S., Subic is a strategic anchor in Southeast Asia, supporting joint training and equipment prepositioning under the EDCA. American ships can visit, repair, and resupply, sustaining their presence in the region. China also recognizes Subic's value, seeking commercial influence through investments and shipyard deals. The bay is a stage for both cooperation and competition among major powers. Subic's future will be shaped by this tug-of-war between allies and rivals. Its deep harbor is more than a port. It's a front line in the contest for regional influence. Decisions about Subic will ripple across the Indo-Pacific, affecting the balance of power. The bay's strategic importance is only growing as tensions rise. Subic is where alliances are tested and new strategies are forged. Its fate will help define the region's security landscape. Subic Bay's transformation is visible in new warships, upgraded facilities, and fresh agreements. The Philippine Navy is modernizing, acquiring advanced vessels and upgrading the Heraclio Alano Naval Base. The Navy now controls a massive dry dock, boosting its ability to repair and maintain large ships at home. This reduces reliance on foreign shipyards and strengthens self-sufficiency. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, with the U.S. funds construction at key bases, with Subic playing a central role as a visiting port. U.S. naval visits are more frequent, supporting joint exercises and alliance planning. Other partners, Japan, Australia, the UK, and France, are also increasing their presence at Subic. These visits signal support for the Philippines and freedom of navigation. Joint patrols and training exercises are now routine after port calls. Subic is the hub for a growing coalition of like-minded nations. International partnerships centered on Subic strengthen regional security. The bay's upgrades are a tangible investment in the country's defense. Subic is now a linchpin for both national and allied military operations. Subic Bay's renewed importance is strengthening the Philippines' alliances, especially with the United States. The U.S.-Philippines partnership is stronger than ever, united by shared concerns over the South China Sea. American warships visiting Subic send a clear message of deterrence and reassurance. Subic is also a venue for deepening ties with Japan, whose destroyers now regularly visit and train with the Philippine Navy. Japan's support includes equipment transfers and training, reflecting shared interests in open sea lanes. Australia is another key ally, conducting joint exercises and port visits under a status of visiting forces agreement. These partnerships enhance interoperability and crisis response. Subic is the main hub for this growing web of alliances, a squad of democracies in the region. By opening Subic to friends and allies, the Philippines builds a coalition of support. The port is now an international hub for those committed to a free and open Indo-Pacific. Subic's greatest strength is its network of partnerships. The bay is where old friends return and new alliances are forged. Subic Bay's future is one of dual importance: commercial powerhouse and strategic stronghold. The challenge is balancing thriving trade with growing military needs. The hybrid model, where container ships and warships share the bay, will define Subic for years to come. Continued investment in naval facilities is expected as the Philippines modernizes its fleet. Upgrades to piers, maintenance yards, and communication systems are underway. Subic may even host a future submarine base, reflecting the country's defense ambitions. The bay's role as a hub for international partnerships will deepen, with more allied warship visits and joint exercises. Subic is where integrated deterrence, working with allies to prevent conflict, becomes reality. Its strategic star will rise as long as South China Sea tensions persist. Subic is the Philippines' anchor for sovereignty and a rules-based order. The bay's transformation is a symbol of national resolve and regional stability. Subic's story is far from over. A new chapter is just beginning. the bay stands ready to meet the challenges of a turbulent region.